Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of Let's Play Space Engineers. I noticed when I'm at my base here, I noticed we had nickel here the entire time. Derp. Just a small patch, but we'll leave it for later. Anyways, I got 2 loads of iron, so like 8 liters, 8,000, 80,000 volume, I guess. But we're going to go ahead and get some stone now, which is the more bizarre thing, because you usually don't mine for stone, but we need stone for gravel. So I'm just going to go here and quickly mine some. Should be one of those fast things to mine too. It's like splitting everywhere like a pain in the butt. There you go. I feel like we have... There you go. Okay, so, yeah, I'll show you the processing of gravel, how fast it was. I did tell you it was quite fast. I think it's probably the fastest thing, maybe. Iron's pretty damn fast too, but... I don't know, it's hard to say. Iron was going pretty quick. Iron can actually be processed, I think, even faster. There's another machine that you can... It's called an arc furnace, I believe, and it's pretty powerful that we can make later on. Anyways, let's go ahead and start working on this. So here's the assembler. The assembler is what you use to basically start making whatever you need. The nice thing to do, or the easy thing to do to make your life a little easier, is what I do all the time, is I just drag the materials from down there to up here. That way you can see exactly what you have in the assembler. The assembler isn't smart enough to say you have this much in the network, so you can build a bunch of this and that. It doesn't play that fair, sadly. But once we put this in here, we should get a better idea of what we have. Here's the gravel. And so when we go to production, you basically will be able to produce anything but even all this stuff, except this one, because you don't have enough nickel or a large reactor because of gravel and some silver. But you should be able to produce everything else pretty easily. These ones are magnesium. That's the explosion stuff, or weaponry, basically, which I had explained that before. Oh, look at that, superconductor conduits. Huh, that's a new one. Wow, look at the... Oh no, that's actually pretty cheap. Oh no, gold. I think batteries are one of the worst ones, but even those I think have gotten a little better over time. Yeah, they don't look too bad, to be honest. So yeah, let's go ahead and start building a ship, or at least parts of it. Let's start with the beginning stuff, just so we can work on that and then start having the more complex stuff get created over time. So what do you want? You want a landing gear? So that's an easy one for us, and we should probably consume these right away, so they don't get too mixed in there. The next thing you're going to want is probably the fighter, or the cockpit. This one might take a little longer. Probably these will take the longest. Construction components are actually a lot faster too. If I recall, I thought construction components were even slower than that one time. So yeah, that'll get us going. And then after that, you're going to want lots and lots of iron blocks. So you might as well just go to this one and create a crap ton of steel. You could say that's 10. We don't need that many, but we could say create us 50 steel plates, and that way we have plenty of those. And yeah. And then after that, what else do we want? I guess at that point you can go crazy if you like. You're going to want drills. You might want a cargo container, honestly. A large cargo container. Ooh. As much as that's nice, it might be slightly ridiculous, but it might be worthwhile too on a small ship. I don't know if it's worth wasting the materials for it. Let's do it. It can't hurt to try. I'm thinking if it's a bad idea or a good idea. It's probably a bad idea, but we'll see how it goes. And then we're going to want at least 4 miners. I'm going to say this is probably a bad idea. You know what? It's a bad idea. I'm gonna say it now, it's a bad idea. I'll do it for another time, but since this is kind of like first time going at it, let's say it's a bad idea. We're gonna need a lot of thrust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16. I'm not gonna go with large thrusts. I've known them to have problems before. I'm gonna take a break from them right now. Here's a connector. 1, 2, 3, 4 small reactors maybe. You're gonna probably want an antenna or a beacon, but we'll get to that after. What else do we want? We're gonna want 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe gyroscopes. And then, do we ever make the drills? I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if we ever did. I don't think we did. And then you're gonna want lots of small conveyors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Whatever. 8, 9, 10. Just go a little crazy. Wow, okay. So I feel like we have more than enough of what we need now. The nice thing is we can build this out on the other side over here. And even if we don't have enough lighting, we have lighting ourselves. So let's go ahead and start building this. Ooh, you know what? Before we do that, let's fill up on our stuff. Or rather not waste our tanks, mainly because they're more of our emergency, reasoning or uses. Everything's so bright when your light's on. Okay. That's another thing, we'll probably want some lights, but we can deal with that after. Okay, so, yeah, let's get started, shall we, my friends? Let's go ahead and, actually, you know what? Maybe we'll extend this just a wee bit. So you could probably go, is it shift 2? I guess it's shift 2, yeah, you could do that. So we could put, say, this block here, this one here, this one here. And we can weld these. I think these take 10. Oh, they're 25. Ugh. I didn't realize they would take that much. No, I give up on this idea already. I thought there were like 5. Maybe that's like hard small blocks. No, they're like 25 too, I think. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna go to small ship, and we're gonna just build it right on the edge instead. And we're gonna weld this so it works perfectly. And the green means good. It's locked on there. It can't be moved or pushed away. And then I guess the next big thing is you're going to want to put a cockpit on this baby. And the cockpit, which we saw here before, and I'm losing, there we go. And I usually take off the landing gear after, so it really doesn't matter how exactly you want to do this, but we'll put it, say, here. Ooh, this one has the one in the front, doesn't it now? I think they have a... Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh. Front connector, that's a game changer right there. So you could put I think it's called a conveyor, right? Yeah, small conveyor. No, small conveyor. There you go, small conveyor. You can put those at the front here, but you need interior plating. This is when you can go to your, oh yeah, here you go. Oh boy, what a mess. You can still hold it all though, so that's all good. So yeah, you go up here, and we'll put that on there. There you go. So I have to figure out how exactly I'm going to want to put this. Can I go under there one? Because that'll probably be a big deal. This is actually awesome now that that's at the front, because this will make it a little easier probably when it comes to mining. Now, this ship kind of is not meant to, you're like, well, how do you see? You use third person to view basically on these ships. It's not really about seeing on these ones as it is on like many other ships. I don't even know if this will be the design yet. Miner? Drill, sorry. So basically I want to hook up to this thing. That's why I'm not even sure if this is going to be the design or not. You tend to change it up a bit over time. I make QB ships, by the way. I hope that's not a problem with you guys. If it is, I do apologize, because that is the flavor for today. Later on, we'll probably even visit other people's work. We'll make our own work too, but we'll probably check out other people's designs over time, get inspiration, or hell, let's just use it, right? Because ours sucks. Let's take these two out now that we know what the design is going to be like. And let's put this here, here, and here. And that should easily fix our connection. We want to connect these all together so it's easy to manage their inventory. That's why we're working so hard to do that. And then we're going to just snap these into place like so. And I don't know if we even got the parts for these. Oh, actually, maybe we did get the parts for these. Oh, not quite. But we probably produced them by now. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, which one have we been doing? Wrong one. There we go. And finish that one. Perfect. So there you go. That is the drill master. And this puppy will drill through anything, hopefully. And yeah, we'll just finish these ones on the side here. So now you get the part where I said, like, you know, you view in third. So if we go in here, you don't view that way, you view like this the entire time. Isn't that crazy that your light shows up in there? If we turn it off, now you won't see it. It's kind of interesting that happens. Okay, so, yeah, we're definitely going to put a light on here. There's no way we can't have a light. There's a spotlight here. We'll definitely want that. There you go. It's nice having all these tabs. I'm going to try to get used to using them myself. Okay. So, now that we have all that, we probably want to figure out what we're going to do. You can do oxygen on these. They also will take oxygen out of here and sort of buffer it on there, which I'll probably just do. That's what I'll leave it as. And that way you won't use your own oxygen, you'll use it from there and then back on your own. So every time it docks with this connector, basically, it'll have its own little oxygen supply, which will be badass. Who could say no to that? Okay, so I want to connect it from probably the bottom. Ooh. Oh no, the connector should fit. I think it'll fit all that actually. Ooh, we're lucky. Okay, so let's go ahead and build a butt to it, I guess. See, why did I put that there? I should remove the connector too. We should get used to not using that side at all. So here we go. We're gonna do this. I don't know how far we're gonna go yet. And let's go for this far for now. There we go. And do we have a sun over here now, or no? The sun moves like a 24-hour day is 2 hours, I guess, so it'll take a while anyways. There we go. So, we're in G. There we go. We want to start putting thrusters on this puppy. So we're going to want to put them on all the other directions, of course, like, I always suck at this part so badly. There you go. So we'll put one here. If you don't have enough, your ship can't stay stable, if I recall. So it was actually kind of a key to have enough of them so your ship would stay as stable as possible. And sometimes, honestly, it's not bad to actually split these around a bit more. I feel like I want to keep something there, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use those. So let's put those a little closer, maybe. So, for example, I'm doing it again. There we go. One there. One there. It wouldn't hurt to space them out just a wee bit. It gives it a bit more protection. If one blows, it might not, like, cascade kind of idea. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for here. And you really having that much of a... Oh, I'm on that wrong block. I'm like, I can't rotate it at all anymore. And you could do the same here, so we could do it wherever we want. Even down there is not a bad idea. And then you're going to want to do it through it as well, to the bottom. I haven't decided how I want to do that actually. I'm thinking one here and one here. That'll be kind of cool, I think. And then there you go. We'll put one here and one here. There you go. And let's start welding these puppies. Now, wasn't one of these needing a fix? There you go. So there you go. Yeah, so the more thrusters you have, the better stability it'll have in the end. That's a key I remember before. If it's changed now, I have no clue, but that was what we did back in the day, so I'll pretend that's still a thing. I don't even know how many of these I care for or want. Oh, you know what? We almost forgot. Oh, well, we didn't. I remember, so it can't be almost forgot, but you have to have thrusters also that stop it from going forward, whatnot. Because this is so big anyways, I feel like this will be actually an easy one to do, because what we'll do is we'll put them right here and right here. There we go. There we have it. I still think we probably need some more in the back here, but we'll see. Actually, I could always do something fun. I was thinking I could put them on top, but instead I could just play around with this even more. Make things more horrendous looking to begin with. I could do this. That way it gives it a, a little more uniquer design. Isn't that cool, actually? It's like this is a modular ship almost. You could do that. You could put a connector or something, but it kind of makes it look more modular. Like this is meant for something else, and it's just attached to the front. Okay, so let's see what else that we want to put in here. So you're going to want a gyroscope, at least one. I might put a couple more. Actually, oops. Actually, probably 3. I'm going to say 3. If I recall, gyroscopes had... There you go. Wasn't placing it first. Gyroscopes might help it keep stable as well, if I recall. There you go. Out of inventory, or out of materials. Wow. Can we hold all these? Oh yeah, we can. Wow. Kind of overdid it on something. I forgot what it was, though. Go. So now we have all those conveyors. Now we want some reactors. Now the reactors you want to make sure you have access to no matter what. So you do on the sides if you like. Just watch it. When you fill it, you might burn yourself. Why are you not interesting? That actually is kind of interesting. Is this a new thing that you can't put it on certain materials now? No, I think it's doing it on there. I think we have that bug again. Yeah, it was a bug. It's a weird one. I haven't gotten that till today, and I keep getting it multiple times. There you go. So here's your reactors. How cool is that yet? So what we could do now, and you want to make sure you do this right. I don't even know what the button is. Oh crap, that was not the button. Oh shit. I think it's shift click. We'll have to figure that one out here. I just basically turn off my power and oh my goodness. Is that actually a thing in this game? I didn't realize you couldn't open or close doors without power. Yo, who failed big time? Wonder if we could have enough to actually build a mini nuclear reactor. No, because you wouldn't have enough nuclear. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to have to do, sadly, is we're going to have to cut into our base. And we're going to lose our oxygen. That was the blowback of the oxygen escaping. Now it'll be fine. Let's go ahead and... There you go. Seal it up. And fill this back on. Turn off our jetpack for fun here. Okay, and then... Boom. Shift click, nope. Control click, nope. Shift right click, nope. Right click. Right click, nope. Alt click. Control shift click, nope. Oh. Right click and drag. Okay. Well, now we know. Right click and drag. That's what happens when you don't play for a very long time. You have to kind of get a refresher, even though it was a hard way. It was pretty interesting, though. Oh, our outside doors are closed, aren't they? So we're going to have to tap in. And I have this door thing, and basically it's just... Oh, okay, that might not work. Door. Oh, they are closed. Oh, you know what? Because we ran out of oxygen, and this thing automatically closed them. This thing is programmed to automatically close. If you look at it, air vent, I set up actions. I set 2 different ones, but basically it automatically closes both doors. That's why both of them are closed magically, even though one wasn't before. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know what else I was doing there, but we'll say I'm done there for now. That's embarrassing. I feel bad. I'm like a bad person. I did that to my base. Okay, so back to our little miner here. We're going to give it its first fuel here. Hopefully it doesn't cook me to death when I do it. There we go. And right, yep. Doing it right now. And then again. Now this should be, I mean, you saw how much fuel would last for a while for, you know, whatever we had in there originally and even now. So this 4 should last a small ship. It should last quite a long time. We shouldn't have to worry too much about needing to power it. If we go into it, 70 something days, and if we drive, this so like we're flying at full. That's not bad. So we can do about 70. It should work out well. Okay, so what we're gonna put on here is, I'm thinking of putting a camera on here now. I guess we just decided to give up and use the main toolbar. I don't know how well this will work. So you can fit your machines with cameras. So for example, I could go G and drag this camera on here. I don't know where to put it. We'll just say 3. And if you hit 3, you can view the camera angle. It's kind of cool. You can also remote control it and pilot it. Yes, that exists in this game. Which I was thinking of actually adding, and I might just do that. You need an antenna and then something else. I guess you could do this. Just for fun. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't know if that'll irritate me. Let's put it on the back instead. There's a reason I think it might irritate me. Because if I'm looking in the cockpit, I'm not sure if it'll be right there in the way. We need radio communication, something or other. Let's go ahead and say production. And holy crap, we've been producing something else on there. Can I move these around? Oh yeah, you can. Okay, okay. So we want antennas. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can move this to the front of the line. There you go. Antennas have a lot of weight to them, if I recall. They were like one of the heaviest things ever at one point. Oh yeah, look at how much it jumped. ridiculous how much volume. Okay, so we want remote, I think it's called. Ah, here it is, remote control. Oh yeah, but you had to set it up a way so like a Skynet kind of thing, I think. That's actually correct. I'm not sure though. You'll know because when you take remote, if it does its thing. I think actually you can remote like this. Let's try this. Small ship, yeah. Remote control. Can I control it? Yeah, here we go. So if you go left, that goes. If you want to go right, wait. Yeah, so backwards, forwards. Then when you want to go this way, that goes. Yeah. So that's right. The remote's set. You can tell just basically your thrusters. So this thing is actually working now. So what you could do, you could actually remote this entire thing, if you can believe this. We could say small ship, and this is something I want to do over time, by the way. You go small ship, control, and then you can hit, I think it's P to lift up its landing gear, and there you go. And now I can fly it just as much as I want. I can rotate it, and not only that, we can go into the cockpit, and am I missing something on there? No, I don't think so. It looked like it was drifting. I can put the camera view on here, so I can put the camera view, and there you go. Now we're actually driving this thing, and we can actually go and do our thing. We can even mine now. That's why we have a little light on it as well. Not for the remote, really, but for ourselves, so we can see. We can type in G here. Oh crap, you have to put a group on these to make life easier. I tend to activate these, but somebody says it might be less leggier turning them on and off rather than holding it down. So let's call this drills. We're saving a block group, so you have control over it. And if we go here to groups, you can go here and you can toggle block on or off. There you go. Now the lights might not be bright enough. So let's go to spotlight and crank that spotlight up a bit more. I don't know which way Fallout should be, but we'll put it that way. I feel like... oh crap. We have to be careful, because apparently we have a pretty good boost. I don't like our Fallout right now. Now it looks okay, I don't know. Anyways, here we go. So this is iron. You won't be able to see much of anything when we do this. But there you go. If you go in the inventory, you can see it working. Cool, so we got 27k iron already there. And the cockpit, oh, the cockpit has a volume to it? Oh, that is so freaking cool. So we're not even like moving, right, to keep going, but you can see how little we've gotten already. So let's say that was good enough for us. Thank you. We're happy. I'm not quite happy with that new thing there. With ore just dropping out. I mean, ore has always dropped, sort of, but I think it's even more noticeable. Now, see, you can't go in third person. You can only view your camera angle. It's one of the scary parts about using remote. So it takes a while for things to stop and go. I think they've recently changed things as well. Not only that, you have to remember, because I'm filling it with more mass, like just the ores, it'll even take longer to stop and go. See how fast it's going right now? You really want to be careful. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that. Now what we want to do is we want to add something to the bottom of this. Oops. And we're going to get rid of this, I think, right here. And what we're going to add on the bottom is a connector. The connector is this puppy here. Look a little better than the picture. And the connector should work just as is, because the cockpit itself is got a thing built into it. Ooh, we are missing one single computer. Might have actually spent that, to be honest. I think I might have. Unless if one of them are coming up. Nope, they're not. Go crazy, can. Let's just move that to the front now. There you go. And thank you. We needed one, but I decided to go crazy. There we go. And now we're going to try to do this ourselves. Of course, we're going to go third-person view here. And this one's going to be tricky. I don't even know if this will work because of how low it is. In fact, no, that's not going to work. There's no way that can actually work. So we're going to have to redo this setup over here with that connector, unfortunately, because it won't work with our setup. So what I'm going to do is first, make sure the connector is empty, or that'll be one hell of a mess that you'll be dealing with. Actually, first we're going to get the rest of the materials in case I need them. There you go. Then we're going to take out this connector. He'll stay sealed. Ooh, shoot, we ran out of space. Don't be rude. Let's get rid of some of these. 300 I'm sure we can do without. We have gravity, so it didn't float away, which is nice. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to get a conveyor. Here we go. And we're just going to kind of work our way out here. Might as well flip it to a nice look spot. And we're going to just build conveyors all the way to the edge. Now you can actually do another kind of conveyor, which is kind of a nice looking one, but it's a pipe one. I think it's called conveyor tube, yeah. And I think it actually might use slightly less materials too. So it might be more recommended for people who are trying to use less materials, I guess. But do we care about that, or we can go like this? There you go. We can use both though. It's not bad. There you go. So hopefully you have the materials for that, and yeah, we do. So you know when this works because the conveyor in between will light up. That red will go like yellowish, I think. Yeah, yellow. Okay, so now when we connect this thing, this should automatically, remember we have that inventory in there, this thing should automatically remove its inventory and hopefully put it in our station. That's the idea. So this one is a little bit hard to do. You could actually put a camera. You remember where you put cameras in? You could put a bottom facing camera if you really wanted to. I'm not going to bother, but this part used to fail really bad. Hopefully it doesn't fail in... Whoa, I actually think worked pretty good. And then once it's connected, I think you just hit P and it locks it in position. And look at this, oxygen refilled from your bottle. Damn it. But you'll notice my oxygen won't drop. We just did that right in perfect timing, because now the cockpit itself is storing oxygen inside of it. So if we go in there, see my oxygen's dropping? If we go in the cockpit now, oh, it fills up my oxygen now. That's cool. Before, I think it would just sustain you, but now it fills it up. And yeah, so if we go and check the inventory here, you have the ability to now manipulate all the inventory, and you should see that there should be only iron ore now in the refinery, which I put it at the back of it. You can move it or manipulate it anywhere you want, but there we go. We now have a perfectly working mining ship, which now we can use to go around and mine with. And I think that rounds up this episode. That was a decent long episode, but we got a decently done mining ship, I think. It should run perfectly, and it'll be important for our future. So thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see you wonderful people next time.